Agriculture is very critical to any country's economy. Agriculture is a source of food. Agriculture is a source of raw materials for industrial activity. We in the UPND believe and have maintained our position that agriculture must occupy a critical role in the country's development process, in Zambia's development process. How? Number one, we will ensure we run agriculture in a manner that will provide food for all, for the people of Zambia. Affordable food, because you may have food on the shelves. You go to ShopRite, you go to a shop in Mandevu, in Marapodi, in Chawama, but the people can't afford the food on the shelves. That does not constitute having food for the people. We are talking about, as UPND, having an agricultural policy that will target subsidies towards production. Production in a manner conducted that will be efficient, that will increase production. Once you increase production, you will then benefit the consumer of the food by increasing the supply side, so that the milli is affordable to the people of Zambia, so that the people can have 3 decent meals in a day. Many Zambian families cannot afford 3 decent meals in a day. What is going on? Yet God endowed us with so many resources, plenty arable land, but we're not tilling it because of poor agricultural policies of the ruling party. Plenty fresh water. Zambia does boast of having 35 to 40% of fresh water in the SADC region. What is fresh water? Water that you can utilize, non-salt water. A lot of the water that you find in many countries is salt water. Here, we have water that is fresh. We'll implement policies that will benefit both the farmers and the consumers. Consumers, people who buy milling. We also want to promote agro-processing to create jobs, so that when we grow groundnuts, we shouldn't be selling groundnuts in their raw form or just fried groundnuts. We should process peanut butter. Small quantities being done now. We need to do more. We need industrial agro-processing. We need to provide better pricing for the farmers so that they can be sustained. We also need to pay farmers on time. These days, farmers have to queue to be paid for their crop. By the time they get paid, the value of their crop is gone. But to conclude that, in our country you find that sometimes we're relying on the Botswana weather forecasting. That's unacceptable. It doesn't cost much to invest more in the meteorological department. I must also say that we in the UPND believe in irrigation, to utilize the mass of water, to harvest first the water, to utilize it. So we will put attention in the irrigation so that we can have production in more than just a rain-fed period, 3-4 months. Basically produce food over a 12-month period. We're lucky. God loves us so much. What we need is good leadership. This is what we're looking for in 2011. You're talking of changed weather patterns. That's very important. In some ways, it's called global warming. Global warming is a serious challenge to Zambia, to Africa, to the world. We don't have to debate about it. We've seen the effect of global warming, the effect of greenhouse gases. So part of our agricultural policy, as I said earlier, is to ensure that we implement a policy that is environmentally friendly, so that we don't emit excessive greenhouse gases, so that we can create a future for our generation to come. We can create a livelihood for the people that are not yet born. This is the vision that the leadership of 2011 must bring.